Hello, my name is Control Jones, and welcome to the new series I started about me, a Christian, joining an atheist Facebook group. I seen something posted today, so I'm making a video on it. And so the question is, why are there no new revelations? Times have already changed, so what is God waiting for? Jeez, let's stop that. But that question is assuming that times have changed to require new revelation. But if you read the Bible, there's nothing new that's going on that the Bible isn't covering in its general things that it was meant to cover. The Bible, people look at the Bible as and expect it to cover every little detail of what's going on. It only covers certain major things, and then there's certain things that just didn't cover because it wasn't allowed to be known. People can use information. People have used things in the information in the Bible to do certain things to get away with. And I'm not going to get into detail of all the different things that are going around the world and what I know to be true, but times have not changed to where there's required new revelation. War and rumors of war are still going on. Men's love for each other are waxing cold. People are getting shot over petty differences, petty disputes every day. That's being proven true. There's signs and wonders in the heavens and the stars. If people actually cared about and looked up different things what's going on, they would start to see that the Bible has more validity to it than just looking at the surface of it and just saying it's not actually true. And then the last part of it, what is God waiting for? God is waiting for a remnant to be pulled into salvation one last time, and so that He can save. Because God's goal is to save everyone, but the reality is not everyone will be saved. I know that's it sounds conflicting, but the purpose of God is not to just say, "Yup, sorry for everybody else. People that saved now, let's go on home." No, it's, hey, you're saved now. You're going to have to press your way and fight for your salvation along with trying to bring other people into the fold, because your salvation and your soul is on the line. In this coming times and period, I believe the Lord is allowing certain things to happen that is going to push, press, and weigh against someone's faith that's in the faith, and then someone who's not in the faith is going to cause them to either leave and reject God or run to God. There's only two options you have. And with all the things that people been trying to put out, and I say people by government, aliens, spaceships, UFOs and stuff, all those things are distractions, and they're really meant to confuse and confound the mind into not choosing one thing or the other. Everything that's released, you have to be careful about what the goal is. What is it causing you to do? If it's causing you to doubt God, why is it causing you to doubt God? If it's causing you to doubt the Bible, what in the Bible that you think is, now worth being doubted if you believed before? If you never believed, and this is just something that, it just further proves my belief and why I can't believe the Bible. What is it about the Bible that you don't believe? And this new information is now furthering proving that why you shouldn't believe it. And so I think for a lot of times people have in their mindset that a lot of things that go in the world should be covered in the Bible. It's not. God's not going to tell you every step of the way of how to live your salvation. What you have to do is build a prayer life. If this is people of the faith, by the way, build a prayer life. Have a routine to where, if something's going on, you got prayer. If something's going on, you got the scripture. And if you're not in that place to go to the scripture to have prayer, you're not going to survive in the salvation. You're not going to survive in the faith, because the enemy of your soul, Satan, wants to take it away from you. He wants you to rely on yourself. And then most times than not, people who rely on themselves, either they succeed or they fail. And if they fail, it's just like, well, God doesn't love me. And if they succeed, I didn't need God. Those are two different things that the devil allows and wants for people. Is not to think they need God, it's that they don't need God, and that they have all the power within themselves to do everything they want to do. But salvation isn't about doing everything that you want and getting, not struggling in this life. It's really about saving your soul from judgment of hell. That's really what salvation is about. And yes, it's going to reflect in this life and how you live, how you speak, how you carry yourself. And so I think for a lot of time, why a lot of people are looking for this new revelation is because they feel like the Bible is not enough. They feel like, oh, that's just a tease. I want to know more. They're curious so much so that they're missing out on what's in front of them, their own salvation, and their soul being in the place of judgment when they pass. And tomorrow's not promised, so you have to make a decision today of what you're going to do. And if you're in the boat of still saying, I don't believe in God, I'm still praying for you. I will pray for those who are lost. I will pray for those who are struggling in their faith, because everyone needs prayer. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're someone who thinks they're sure of themselves, you need prayer. Just the Lord take you a little bit higher. God always wants us to continue to grow. And so I hope that answers the question. Hopefully in my heart that, I got to the point and stayed on the point. But, I do appreciate you. If you watched the video this long, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless.